Okay, so first of all, I am not quitting Fish. Let's make that clear. I'm gonna keep making content until it dies, obviously. And second of all, this is only hate towards the Do Big Game Studios. They are a studio that created Blade Ball, the Dusty Trip, and Fish. They obviously created a lot of other games, but those are their top 3 games currently developed. And Nate, who is the owner, I obviously don't want to send hate to him, but somehow he just lost his passion for Fish. So it was supposed to be a passion game. If you weren't like an early like OG, he did say it was a passion game until I think he got burnt out and he had to get some developers on. So he sold it to Do Big, but he's still the owner, so he still holds the position of owner for Fish. And unfortunately, yes, the developers of Do Big are the ones that are making the updates. So they are probably the ones putting so much pay to win to the game that it's unbelievable. But yeah, let's just move on to my first topic. Okay, so the first topic is about bots and exploiters. This is a topic that not a lot of people care about, but I care about it because it kind of ruins Fish in a way. Because if there was an anti-cheat that could prevent exploiters and bots in Fish, about 20% or 30% of the player base would disappear from Fish, which is kind of bad looks, but at the same time, it would make a lot of players happy that there would be less exploiters. Because exploiters also steal people's megalodons, krakens, scyllas, skillas, etc. And not a lot of people enjoy that happening. And one time, one of my Moby got stolen, literally right in front of me because of an exploiter. So you can just tell I was not happy at all. I would just like to rant about how easy it is to make an anti-cheat for Fish. Like, just off the top of my head, one of the anti-cheats you could do is if an exploiter or a bot were to instantly fish up a fish and instantly do it like multiple times in a row, then yeah, that's cheats and exploits and stuff, you know? And they would get kicked from the game or banned from the game. It's really that simple. I don't know how 8 developers, maybe, I think it's 8 developers can't do that. And they're from the biggest studios, so they have a lot of experience. And I guess they're just lazy and just can't do that. And they'd rather add pay to win to the game. Okay, so second topic, obviously controversial one, is pay to win. So a lot of people say the Fish is literally not pay to win. Yes, it's not pay to win, but if you're looking from a sense of microtransactions, which is like payment through games, I guess, I don't know. It has a lot. So first of all, there were bundles, there are bobbers, there are limited skins, server luck, even more bundles, credits, and then a lot of game passes. So the most controversial one was eggs. Eggs was kind of a stupid thing to add into the game. It's kind of hinting towards like a Pet Sim 99 kind of game. And if they keep it up, it will literally become Pet Sim 99. And I don't really want to rant too much about pay to win, but I just want to say eggs, probably one of the most stupid decisions ever. Like ever. And also the bundles for like server luck, the 64x bundle, you don't need to add the boat or lantern. You're just trying to profit off of players by adding the boat and the lantern for additional Robux added on top of the server luck. Obviously, the Fish developers are smart enough to do that because they know everyone just wants the server luck. And yeah, I think that's enough ranting about pay to win. I don't want to talk too much about it, so you guys can rant in the comments if you want. And the next topic is probably going to be the one I talk about the most. So when I started Fish, which is a long time ago, it was on October 10th, I think, October 10th of 2024, and I started when it had about 5,000 concurrent players. If you compare that number to 200,000, it is a really, really big difference. And I've seen it all. I started from day one, and basically when Fish started to kind of fall off or kind of feel off was the Ancient Isles update. I feel like that update really started to make Fish updates look kind of bad to me. It's only because of the crafting. The crafting rods made a lot of people mad, as the requirements for them were like annoying, because you had to get a level requirement, and back then not a lot of people were level 750, so it took a really long time for most players to get Rod of the Forgotten Fanes. I was genuinely angry about the Northern Expedition update though. That was probably one of the worst updates ever, except the Rod. The Heaven's Rod was great until 2 weeks later. But first, let's talk about my experience of climbing the mountain. So when the update came out, there were absolutely 0 innkeepers. So can you imagine just climbing all the way about like 1/3 of the way and then dying, and then climbing up 2/3 of the way and then dying, and you just had to constantly go all the way back to Northern Expedition and then climb the mountain again. It was so time consuming. I spent half an hour probably climbing only 2/3 of the mountain just to die, and on stream I was actually crashing out, and I got the Heaven's Rod eventually, and I was pretty excited about it. It was the best rod until like 2 weeks later. When Fishmas came out, I'm pretty sure it got one of the biggest nerfs ever and just ruined it. It was terrible now. And I don't know about you, but it's pretty clear the Fish devs suck at balancing the game. Alright, the biggest one is gonna be Mariana's Veil. This update was so triggering because of the traveling system. If you had a lot of things in your inventory, it probably took 2 hours just of traveling to get to Calm Zone. And there were no portals to get to the other places, so just imagine having to die every single time at Abyssal Zenith. And the thing about Abyssal Zenith is the anglers, if they saw you, they teleport you out of the map and you'd be stuck there. So you'd have to rejoin. And that was something I absolutely hated about the game. And another thing, they didn't add a portal at the Calm Zone, and they didn't add an innkeeper. It took them a week to add the portal, which is stupid. Okay, secret fishes. This is a topic I want to talk about, and you are not stopping me. It is unbelievably stupid how there are more secrets than exotics in Fish. They made the requirements for boots, you need 3 secret items, and the odds of getting them are low as heck. So you have to spend rigorous hours to try to get it. It took me probably 2 hours to try to get one part, and I used Aurora every single time, and it took that long. Now I'm gonna talk about the Mobies. Yeah, the Mobies. Absolutely trash. The developers, you guys suck at developing. Like, why did you make the odds of Moby so low and the chances of spawning them so low? It probably took me 3 hours just to spawn 6. Even with Auroras and 64x luck, I could not get a Moby. Like, not even a single one out of the 3 hours. And there was probably 20 other players. Even an exploiter couldn't get it. The funny thing is, an exploiter couldn't even get it. Like, that is just crazy to believe. I can't even believe that. Yeah, we're moving on to the next topic. Just like, you guys, they don't know how to make secrets easy to get, because they just make the odds way too low to get them. Yeah, I was kicked from the content creator program 3 months ago, and I do not care anymore. Content creators are played like pawns now, just like what Midnight said. You had to create a video on the trailer to receive the Sovereign Doombringer, and that's it. That is it. But content creators are the core reason Fish is alive. If all content creators were to just all of a sudden quit at the same time, Fish would literally fall off in probably a week or so, and the players would probably be gone by now. And yeah, there's a lot of things that content creators do for the games, and they are the reason usually why games start to become popular. And another thing about the content creator program is you are forced to not talk about macros, and you cannot make videos early about updates, even if public testing were to be out. And another thing is, if you are in the content creator program server, there's a Discord server for it, you are allowed to get anything you want, anything, just by making a ticket, and that's it. Okay, here are my thoughts of the future of Fish. This is all in my own words, and basically in probably 5 months, it'll be dead. It'll probably have about half its player base unless the devs do something. If the devs were to make quality updates with less updates with pay to win, then yeah, I think Fish would stay alive for probably another year or so. Obviously, it won't keep its player base for too long, as the game is literally just about fishing. There's nothing that special about the game. It's just fishing. And I wished Nate were to keep working on this game, as it was a passion project, but unfortunately, it's not. And yeah, I just wished Nate could have just kept working on it and did not sell his game to do big studios. But yeah, that's basically just my thoughts of the game, of what's gonna happen. And yeah, if you guys are wondering what game I'm playing, obviously probably half of you guys didn't make it to the end. It's called Fighting. It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.